Alrighty, first video. Very unprofessional. I am driving with the light on because it's dark and you can't see me, but I felt so compelled to do this video tonight. I did my reading this morning, and then I did a reading from my homegirl just now, and I was like, well, you know what, I did the reading with these particular cards, and it's been telling me the exact same thing, right? And so at her house, the energy is different. I realized that when you do readings, the energy has to be palpable. It has to be positive, not saying that you can't do a reading, but I understand I get different results, right? And so we're listening, and all day I've been driving Lyft. Just to give you an example, I lost my job in September. That's why I know this is a divine path of mine. It's not the first time I've lost a job, but the way I handled it was different. And so that's not even unresolved. It's unresolved now, but I already have faith that it's going to work itself out in my favor, right? But I've seen the signs, and so it's like a guy got in my car today. He's not the first person to say that my ministry starts in the car. And we were talking about young black men, and I'm like, because he wants to do an outreach program, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, yo, so Jarama always, fire department, move out his way. And I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, this spiritual path it's so magnificent that it's like it's kind of hard to find words to describe it, and then I just lost my train of thought with everything that was going on. You'll realize easily that I am in constant creative mode, so I'll probably come back to whatever point I was trying to make. That generally how it happens. I'll become a 360 full circle movie. But I felt compelled to do this video. This past week have been not one of enlightenment because I've been on this path, but it's been one of confirmation. On 3 separate occasions, young women ranging from 30, I'd say ranging from 15 to 35. Kids, no kids. But the commonality between them and myself was that we were motherless girls. I understand that there are motherless boys out there, but motherless girls, it's like a fatherless boy. It has a different type of impact. Yes, the boys are profoundly, damaged or some broken when the mother is not in the household. Not discounting guys and their pain without that mother there, but when it's a woman or when it's a girl that has not been mothered properly, it's a different kind of neglect, so to speak. I guess is a way of me saying it. Still not doing much. Let's do it that way. This is indicative of what I'm dealing with in real life, so I'll leave it this way. The shadow self, very real. But on this journey that I'm discovering myself and discovering how I did not love myself, I've attracted a tribe of women who don't love themselves enough. We do, because we're very strong, we're very opinionated, we're bosses, You know, we're not going to let no one run over us, things like that. But it's another level of it. It's the spiritual love. The things that we think we need to be on vacation to do. Take time out for yourself. You know, take that bath. Light your candles. Put your door on do not disturb. You know, we were bred to believe that that was being selfish. But self-care is not selfish. It is definitely godly. And so my hope for whatever this video morphs into or turns out to be, I'm hoping it leads to healing for just women, young, old, black, white, fat, skinny, whatever, race, creed, nationality, it doesn't matter. Sexual preference, you're still a woman. I don't care. I'm hoping it leads to some healing. But in order to heal, we must first understand. And in order to understand, we must understand self first. If we don't understand ourselves, how do we know when it's God speaking to us? If we don't even know ourselves, how do we distinguish between the voices that we have in our head already from past experiences to that of the divine? How do you differentiate? That is first and foremost. So my channel is definitely going to be about self and all aspects that may entail. Not just self-love, self-respect, self-integrity, self-accountability. You know, there's a lot of that goes along with that one word. It looks like it's just a regular 4-letter word. Just a small little 4-letter word. No significance, really. But it does. Because that's what God wants you to do. By knowing yourself and loving yourself, you're showing him the greatest appreciation. Because then, and only then, can you go out, 8008 CLY, go out and help heal the collective, help raise the consciousness. But if you are not taking care of yourself, then how can you be of service to anyone else? And I'm not just talking on a global, because I say collective. I'm talking about what your collective may be. Your collective may be your household. Your collective may be your job. You know, wherever it may be at the time or whatever it does for you. You will not do them any good if you are miserable, if you are mad, if you are angry, if you are emotionally distraught because you have not let go of baggage that happened when you were 7 years old or 10 or 15 or 35, however long you've been festering in it. The time is now for you to free yourself. That life that you want, that life that you see on the other side of that fence, that life that you see other people having, that one that has intimate and caring relationships, that have a fulfilling job or career, you know, all of that stuff is obtainable. It's so obtainable, but you gotta allow space in your life for it. And honey, let me tell you, this journey will have you bringing up and recalling things you didn't even know mattered or thought you dealt with. It's so crazy how this is going to unfold for you guys. But I can definitely tell you, you won't be bored. It will definitely hurt. But you won't be alone. And I'm not speaking of me being there, although I will as much as possible. But my goal is for you to know yourself enough without consulting me or anyone